All right, boys. Apparently there was some drama. So here's what's going on. Here's what's happening. Apparently there was drama between Seeds and Reforge. I don't know the whole thing, but we're gonna go over it today. Okay? We're gonna go over it today. Here's what Astro said. After seeing the full context of Reforge's reaction to Seeds' tweet, for the most part, I wouldn't label it as going after him.
What did I miss?
The only part where you could say he went after him was during the final clip past the 13-minute mark, where he suggests the guys he questioned was messing with Seeds, or that Seeds could have made it all up for his attention. That makes what Reforge said at the end look very bad. All right, let's go to the 13-minute mark. All right, let's go. All right, let's go here.
Yeah, my assessment, given all of the years that I've done this, and given when I read and listen to Grubb, I read and listen to Schreier, I read and listen to Tommy Hendy.
Can you stop giving pet names to people? To Tommy Hendy. Whenever I talk to Zach, right? Can you not? Can you just not do that, please?
Okay. I'm like, in this particular instance, I think this individual got lucky with a couple of guesses. Maybe had somebody that did say, hey, here's some things, here's some timing of things coming. The information was not sensitive. It was very low level. Like,
is he trying to discredit Seeds completely? Is that what he's trying to do? What's my pet name? Assmaster.
It was basically announcement timing and release timing of stuff that we already knew. I'm fairly certain it was stuff that we already knew was coming.
Okay, so why does it sound like he's trying to just discredit Seeds completely? That's what it sounds like. Leakers get shit wrong all the time. You shouldn't trust leakers. But it sounds like he's just trying to discredit Seeds completely as any source whatsoever. So let's see what happens.
Everything after that felt like, yeah, I'm going to sort of make my own observations, claim that it's info, and then it's like, hey, I was right about this. And it's like, yeah, but a lot of us felt that way, thought that, whatever. That's just kind of my assessment of what's been going on.
So yeah, he is.
And then we went from, no, I'm not going to do leaks anymore, I'm only going to say my opinion, to this. That's the other thing I think that's very strange.
Okay, I could. That's fair. I can see that. That's fair. I can see that.
Not going to leak anything, not doing that. I'm only going to give my opinion on things. And then I read this thing last night, and I was like, everything about this feels very bizarre. Something's not right about it. Either, again, somebody's messing with you, somebody's tricking you, somebody's fiddling around. Maybe somebody's trying to, maybe they're trying to expose a source that's been leaking stuff. Or it's just completely made up. Like, it's one of those three things. The probability of it being genuine, I think, is very low.
I think he's only... Okay, so I'm going to be real. I think he's only saying that because it's what he wants to not have happen. I think all these dudes, every single one of them, want PlayStation to pull away from putting their games on PC 100%. I think that's what they all want. And any sort of information that goes against what they want to have happen, they're going to go ahead and try and discredit that completely. Because you can see the exact same thing happening when they never trusted Jez Corden at all, but yet they turn around and use Jez Corden when it fits their narrative of what they want to have happen. That's from what I'm noticing. That's from what I'm noticing, right? Don't trust Jez. It's not 4 games. Everything's going. Trust Jez. PlayStation stopping PC ports. That seems so weird, right? Weird. It seems weird. What's up, Scarlett? So that's why it seems so strange to me, how he's like trying to discredit Seeds the entire time about this. That's what it feels like. Does Seeds get everything right? No. Nobody does. But that's what happens when you take the risk of being a leaker. You're never going to have a 100% track record. Nate the Hate got stuff wrong. Seeds got stuff wrong. Everybody gets stuff wrong. But this, from the way it's being, the way Reforge is talking about it, it feels like he's trying to discredit Seeds more so than say, I don't think that's real. That's what it sounds like. That could be not. I could be misreading the situation 100%. 100%. But just the way that Reforge is speaking and what I'm seeing here, that's what it sounds like to me. I'm just saying. But maybe there's more. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's more.
And I'm basing that off of 10 years of covering games and leaks and blogs and articles and people who have info and people who have sources. I've been doing this a long time, and there's authenticity markers on something.
Authenticity, brother. It's just somebody who leaks shit. What authenticity markers are we talking about?
It's sort of there. You can't really put your finger on it, but like there are just authenticity markers on certain things when you read them.
You can't put your finger on it. They're just there. But you can't.
Is not just a river in Egypt.
Thank you for the 2, Brett. Yeah, there's authenticity markers. I can't tell you what they are. They're just there when you read them, but you really don't know what they are when you read them. This is literally, trust me, bro, science. This is just trust me, bro. So wait, Reforge, was it authentic when you were on the Reddit page and you were talking about Xbox pulling their games from store shelves or consoles from store shelves, and you ran with that as if it was totally true?
Exposed.
Alex,
did that have an authenticity marker to it?
TTS.
Exposed.
Was that authentic when you ran with that story?
Exposed.
Did that have authenticity markers on it?
You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed.
Paris says my name comes up and it's not what I said. Yeah, okay, we're going to find out, Paris. It's fucking crazy how all these dudes had massive copium streams about Xbox removing their fucking consoles from store shelves. Then Xbox had to make a statement. Then Target had to make a statement. And they all ran with it. But you know what? I didn't see them checking for authenticity markers on a random-ass Reddit post on a Sunday after church. Huh? I have an authentic tramp stamp? No, I don't. Only tramp stamp I got is the girl come on my never mind. Stop. All right, let's keep going.
Like when Grubb will say something or Tom Henderson says something, you can sense authenticity in it. There's phrasing, there's words used. Like it's just the articles,
they just wrote it in their own wording. That's all they did. You can sense authenticity. Brother, you're just saying shit, bro.
Themselves, especially when something's very formalized, it won't do that. It won't name the team that the people are on. It won't have like PR.
What's up, Ride or Die?
Pre-written responses. Like I don't think I've ever seen a leak like this ever. Like I don't know if we've ever seen one like this. Like when Moore's Law is Dead leaked something or Tom Henderson leaked something.
It's all weird. Like why would, okay, so we implicitly trust Moore's Law is Dead. The guy that said that the PS5 Pro is RDNA 4 and it's not you're going to trust that guy. That's what we're going to do, right? Now Moore's Law is Dead said that only Xbox will have a price increase because of RAM shortages.
Out Moxley. Got him mixed up with Roderick for a second. Also, anybody seen Bobby Fish recently? That dude grayed quick.
McLovin, thank you for the 5. Yeah, he been graying.
Sony Senpai won't notice you, Reforge.
They won't, literal. Thank you for the 2. Like, now we're going to trust Moore's Law is Dead. Oh, it's only Xbox that their consoles have RAM issues because PlayStation bought them all because they planned ahead. What? That means everybody's going to have a price increase, not just Xbox. I don't trust anybody. Yeah. Now look, if Xbox raises the price of their consoles and so does PlayStation, I'm going to tell you this. That is an actual market condition. That is an actual market condition. If PlayStation and Xbox raise the price of their consoles because AI is buying all the RAM and 16 gig RAM kits cost $100, that is an actual market condition. That is a real market fucking condition. What up, Sunshine? You know why? Because when I want to go buy RAM, that bitch is twice the price. Almost 3. That's an actual market. They can use that excuse then. That excuse is viable then. Because now GPUs are going to increase in price. Again! Thanks, OpenAI, Oracle, NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and the fucking government. Holy shit, bro. Fucking me up. Fucking me up.
It is like data driven. They've got spreadsheets, they've got documents, whatever. When Schreier does like an expose, he will say, I spoke to people wanting to remain anonymous. They're not authorized to speak publicly about the project, and he'll do paraphrases.
So how is that authentic? He could just make anything up if he wanted to. Schreier was also the guy who sat on the entire fucking shit happening at Activision Blizzard, did nothing, didn't expose any of it, and then wrote a book to profit off it. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Am I going to be the only one saying it on the cam? What? What? Oh, uh-oh! What? What?
I am pissed as he tries to discredit me as fraudulent info that I am not his bud. And you do it the morning my dad dies. You brag about 10 years doing this, you should know better. Don't call me a liar, I have owned when I have been wrong. I tried to help him as well.
That is totally unnecessary, Siege.
Satya would push Xbox RAM to AIBC it make more money. I also picked up Power Reaper 9070 XT to upgrade from my 3060T.
Thank you for the 5, Anarchy. Seeds, bro, you don't have to do that, brother. Bro.
RAM only for Xbox? Is Xbox the only console that has RAM? That must mean Xbox butter?
That's right, Brett. Thank you for the 5.
Who the guy is this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Seeds, you could have just done 99 cents, bro. Is that what you meant to do? 99 cents? TTS, Seeds, TTS works at $1, brother. Did you put the fucking period in the wrong place?
Or he'll do direct quotes, but they're never written like that. It's usually, you can tell somebody like saying something or writing something very, very informally.
Yeah.
So, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Well, I saw the tweet. It was definitely a very strange, laid out tweet. But I feel like maybe Seeds wasn't in the right headspace to make a tweet at that time. I'm just saying. Maybe he wasn't in the right headspace to make a tweet.
Is anyone else getting sick and tired of Reforge trying to paint Microsoft as the sole villain of the game industry?
Yeah, me too, Little.
Sony and Nintendo are just as bad.
They really are, Little. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that.
Uncle Sam's bum. Always looking for a handout.
He is a bum. Uncle Sam is a bum. Playing emulators on a Steam Deck, and I don't know how to fix the inverted controls. I think you can do that, Saint, if you add it as a Steam shortcut. You can then invert the controls to the Steam overlay, and then do it that way. So if that happens, just run the emulator through Steam as a shortcut, and then invert the controls in the overlay menu through Steam. There you go. There's your fix.
We had a rumor about PlayStation pulling back on PC, and he said something, so there's something. But your logic is I wouldn't say that's very sound logic.
You went with a Reddit rumor about Xbox pulling their hardware from Target, and you ran with that bitch consistently. What logic, brother? What logic?
Basically saying, well, this thing came up and he's saying something about it, so that means there's something to it. No, not necessarily. It's a very
Okay, so then every single time you get a leak about Ekbok bad, are you gonna say not necessarily and not fucking make an entire stream about it? Because if Monday comes and you talk about the price increase for Ekbok, well, we know what that means.
Expose, 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 expose.
We know what that means.
Expose, 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 expose.
The same guy also did an entire stream about Half-Life 3 being announced. But yet,
very relevant topic, and that's a really great way to get attention and traction in this attention economy, to speak about something and to say, hey, I've got it.
So now he's doing it for attention? I think this is where shit went off the rails, bro. That's right, Chib. That's right, Chiblub. Ekbok. He's gone next week. Oh, man. We better get our fill tonight then, don't we, Chad? Brother. Holy. Now Seeds is begging for attention? I think that's the part that pissed Seeds off the most. I'm just saying. Implying anyone else wants attention is which. Am I right, Zach?
Run with Xbox rumors confirmation for PlayStation.
Yeah, Will. Isn't that right, Zach?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Isn't that right, Zach? Huh, Zach?
Information on this topic that everybody's talking about. That doesn't mean that the information is legitimate.
Oh,
Again,
okay. So then nothing is legitimate then. So then you should treat all leaks the same way, right? Right? Right?
It could be somebody messing with him and tricking him and saying, hey, you know, well, it's phrased as if he went to get the info. That's how it's phrased. It's phrased in a way where, hey, I went and got this info for you guys.
Yeah.
I spoke independently with two people.
Yeah.
So it's phrased in a way that, like, hey, I went and got this info for you guys, you know, because this is a relevant topic.
It is. So apparently, Seeds decided to have a response. Here's Seeds fucking. Sorry, Unc. I didn't even hear about it. Whatever, meds. All right. Regarding the Reforge gaming issue, that's a good YouTube thumbnail, title right there. I've heard several messages about it, and people have said I should address it here once and be done. I was friends with him for a time, and I stopped after he treats people poorly and is blacklisted. Calling someone a fraud and dishonest the morning their dad dies makes them a shit person. Not sure how you argue otherwise. Did he know Seeds? That's a question. He would not talk the way he does to your face, as he knows it would be poor for his health. First time saying this publicly. Well, I mean, we've talked about him taking somebody to a corner and breaking their jaw, so.
I'm going to take somebody like you to the corner and break your jaw.
Remember that one? I remember. Right, Josh?
And break your jaw.
All right, here's the breakdown from Seeds. First time saying this publicly. I am the one that gave Reforge Gaming and his editor the Starfield PS5 port info when it was not public knowledge. That came from me. He ran that info and as his own, which is fine, but I have receipts that it came from me, so don't call me a fraud. Okay. Let's keep going. I provided him release dates, embargo dates, and others that were not publicly released. I have the receipts. I tried to help him get review access established with companies, but he is blacklisted because of how he treats people on his stream. Oh, that's an interesting twist. You can call me fraudulent now since I don't fuck with you. But when I stopped following him, he had others reach out instead to try to continue getting info. Have receipts. He has done this to many others in content creation when they stop facilitating with him. I am just taking a few methods to shut him up and be more careful. He calls people stupid, weak, and soft like bread. He cannot take any criticism. He is dishonest, fragile, and the most victim-minded narcissist I have personally seen in this space. You can have your opinion on me, lots do, but don't utilize defamatory assertions the morning my dad dies that I can prove are not true. I can prove the highlights from PlayStation sit-down I had were the PlayStation employees. The info was not AI, not made up, and was legitimate. Have a great night. That is all. Ayo, goddamn. I provided the info to the editor. That info did not come from PlayStation employees, brings up using AI proven wrong, then moves to I made it up. He guessed and got a few right. Separate, that guy doesn't know anything. Yo, you and Lono do this info as you will. Don't use my name. Starfield is being ported to PlayStation. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. He's from Louisville. What do you expect? Hey, yo, fuck. That's fucked up. Yo, that's fucked up. All right, there's more. Reforge responds. And Reforge tagged him. Reforge tagged him. Let's keep going. This is some real shit. Since Detective C's decided to publicly do this again, I'll respond to his copious amounts of lies. That's not... Okay, bro, here we go. Lie number 1, I called you a fraud and dishonest the morning your dad died. I did not. I read your tweet about PlayStation and replied in a neutral way. I'll reply to this tweet with a link to the unlisted member stream proving your claim false. Okay.
Reforge is a cunt.
It's crazy, lol. We'll see the evidence. Once you started tweeting about the stream and lying about me, I called it out. I called it what I'm calling it now. A lie. Lie number 2. You told me about Starfield coming to PS5. Okay. No, you did not. This came from a source to my editor and we ran with it. You came to us after the fact and claimed you had heard the same thing. You can't provide the receipts for this claim because it's 100% false. The timestamps of any communication between us will prove it. Lie number 3. I called you fraudulent because you don't fuck with... You can write it out. You can write it anymore. No, I never replied to any of your subtweets about me. There were subtweets? I ignored you and the fact that you broke ties with me. I only recently spoke about you because you publicly lied about me as you continue to do so now. I had people reach out to try to get info. No, I did not. It makes no sense to spend people trying to get info when you were regularly texting and DMing. Lie number 5. I made defamatory statements the morning your dad died. No, I did not. The stream link below will prove this. All right. So he put the pictures. Let's see this. Brother, I'm not going to sit here for 55 fucking minutes. I'm not. There's... Can you put a timestamp, bro? Can you put a timestamp? Is there a timestamp, guys? I'm not going to sit for 55 fucking minutes. You should have put a timestamp.
Someone say Starfield. Sup, himbo?
Yo, what up, Nikki? Timestamp in the description, 2350. Thank you. Let's see it. Let's see what he actually said.
So he says, breaking. Today I spoke independently with 2 people from PlayStation who are on Alex Cool Tate's team about PlayStation PC initiatives. Here are the insights. Okay, this is the first indication that made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It's like,
Where's my mouse? There we go.
You just named where they work? Like what?
2340. Okay. Okay. So where is there a part where he calls him a fraud?
Like you named the team that they're on? Do you see what I'm saying? Like that was the first thing I thought was weird.
Oh, I'm fucking
I was like,
stupid.
wait a minute.
I'm fucking retarded. Oh man. Well, I guess that's why I'm divorced. All right, let's
make it clear who you spoke to and where they work. That made me like, wow. I was like, and so what I thought I was about to read was going to be like,
shake it off,
an
big
interview.
dog. I'm trying, Wheezy.
I was like, oh wow, he got like an interview with somebody.
All
Let's
right.
continue reading. I asked about the rumors of PlayStation.
All right, we're okay. He's just gonna read the whole fucking thing. He's just gonna read the whole fucking thing, isn't he? All right. Let's. Okay.
It feels written oddly. Showcases will be saved for console releases and other hardware. If we have a game, we have shown the pattern of showing games off that works
Also
for
pregnant.
us
Yeah, true,
and what we are
true.
comfortable showing as the project progresses along. We show initial hype, go quiet to grind, and have other games coming to keep players' attention while games are being built. You should expect to see that
yes.
trend continue unless another leadership team were to come in and completely flip it upside down, which we do not see happening. Is it translated from Japanese? I don't know. Give me 1 second.
That is a nice fucking chair. Holy shit, that's a nice chair. God damn, that's a nice chair. Is that a Herman Miller? Is that a Herman Miller? Holy shit, that's a nice chair, bro. Jesus. I need one of those.
It's open in the office door. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing.
It's a faux
The
Miller.
whole
I need
thing
one too.
feels weird. It doesn't. It feels written oddly. It's phrased oddly. Why are both people? Why are the closing statements? Both people are aware that they're answering these questions. So again, it's a group. It's like a group chat. You did a group chat to ask these questions, and they're both answering. Like one person's like writing in
like
perfect
$2,000
grammar,
unfair.
like a PR person, and the other person's got terrible sentence structure, and the capitalization's gone, the commas and all the punctuation's gone. It's just very, very, very weird. So my original answer, which you now probably know why, I have the highest degree of skepticism and doubt about this. Like I look at this and think somebody's either pulling your leg and messing with you. They're trying to find somebody. Maybe this is all faked to try to find somebody to be like, or whatever. Nothing here is that scandalous though to catch somebody. The only thing in here that really stands out is the 6 to 8 month like speeding up to coming to PC.
Sent you a game, it's a
Everything
banger.
else
All right, I'll take a look at it. Thank you, Lucifer.
feels like things you could speculate on your own. Like I'm reading things that I've said. I'm like, I've said that. Many of us have speculated that like there'll be other state of plays in other regions. They like to show something and then go quiet. These are phrases that I've said out loud, and I'm not saying it's pulling for me. I'm just saying many of us have made these observations. So a lot of this could just be guesses and observations about how they conduct business packaged as
chair
an
fund.
answer. You know what I'm
So he didn't outright say that Seeds is being a fraud, but he sure as fuck is implying it. Thank you for the 2, Sofa King. he didn't see, it sounds like he didn't outright say it, but he's kind of just implying it on the side is what it sounds like.
Saying, so somebody could be messing with him. It could be totally made up for attention.
I'll take a look.
I don't know. It could be any number of things.
It's the implication.
The likelihood of this being genuine and being accurate, I feel like is incredibly low. Like almost at a 0.
You are
Yeah,
the
Josh
reason
says,
I
I'm
know
the-
who reforges Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're welcome, Strubog. Josh says, I'm not calling Alex a banana, but he's a tropical fruit guy. Exactly, yes. What do we...
Yeah, and I'm being told by another person here that nobody that leaks has that much visibility. Anyone at that level that would know that much would not betray the company as the stakes are high and they could lose their job.
What's up,
I
Ego?
think the probability of this being genuine is almost at a 0. I don't think it's genuine. Now, that doesn't mean I'm making an accusation. Again, it could be somebody messing with him. It could be somebody that's trying to catch a leaker. Something.
There's so many other ways to like say these things. And I think that's the problem.
The old Reforge tactic, imply a thing and then weasel around it when called out.
McLovin, thank you for the 5. Elegant Ego, thank you for the 5
2
gifted.
years
Holy
in the
shit.
foot cult. Let's go.
Yeah, Red Rui, 24 months. So I don't hear Reforge saying the word specifically that Seeds is a fraud. What I do hear though is the implication.
Every time I hear this guy, I feel brain cells dying.
And so it just sounds like he's just implying that, and that's the issue. And so I think that's where it kind of like goes off, where it's not what Reforge is saying, it's how he's saying it. And I think that is what's gotten this guy into so many problems, because it's not what he says, it's how he's saying it. Does that make sense, chat? You don't have to do anything. Don't worry about it, brother. Just hang out here and have fun. That's all that matters. Does that make sense, chat? I think that's the issue.
Alex isn't gay, but his love sense is turned to 11.
It's yes, Smoke Show. He could have been like, I've known Seeds a long time. I'm skeptical about this leak, but we'll have to wait and see. That's it. That's it. He could be like, Seeds has a track record. Everybody does. I'm a little bit skeptical about that because of my own biases. But you know what? We'll wait and see what happens. And then he could easily say, hey, and I also found out like he had a loved one pass. So if you want to send Seed some love, please do so. That nobody would have had a problem at all. Nobody would have had an issue. Seeds would have been like, I said fine. But who's that? There would have never been a fucking blow up. There would have never been nothing. That's it. He was making backhanded comments. Yeah, it's like this weird like backhanded like I really think the problem with Reforge isn't what he's saying, it's how he says things. I think that's always been the issue.
Everyone,
always been the
be
issue.
sure to swallow. We don't need another Reforge.
Thank you for the 5, Rest of Rex. I appreciate that. He's saying it without saying it, and that's how he gets away with doing it. Yeah, Stage. Yes. Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay. There's more. Reforge responded using the same video I had. I put a snapshot in here of giving the Starfield info. That came from me. I used the video he posted to respond. I have a DM from someone in this community that has sent to ask about Borderlands 4 embargo date. He couldn't contact me. I purposely gave the wrong time and day first to see if that's what he was doing, and he had to change it on his stream again when I gave the right one. You can't wait. He couldn't contact. I purposely gave the wrong time and day first to see if that's what he was doing, and he had to change it on stream again when I gave the right one. Wait, is that about Borderlands 4?
Take it with a grain of salt, maybe.
Yeah, like that's about it. Can somebody pull that up? Josh, can you go back in the archives? See, Sigs or Josh, can you guys go back in the archives and find that, if that's a possibility?
When do the reviews go live? We were told today in about 2 hours, but now we're hearing it's tomorrow. We're just going to hold and look and hope, and if sometimes people make mistakes and publish their reviews early, which is very possible, given that there was a lot of bad information out there. My source even indicated that it was going to be today, and then they switched to tomorrow, and it's been switched multiple times. So that obviously is an issue.
You can't say that a piece of content is made up, done by AI, etc., which is it's not. Just like you can't say people got interviews with Phil Spencer because of their access. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a hot spicy one. That is accusing someone of generating content under fraudulent terms. That's what that is. This is my last response to this, but don't say I lie when I have the receipts. I think that's the issue. It was like this like backhanded sort of thing, and it just didn't. Again, it's not what he says, it's how he said it. That's what it is. And I think the issue is how he said those things. I think that's the problem. Here's some more. Okay, here's some more. I stopped watching the streams a while ago after hearing how he'd react to people who were just giving an honest, respectful opinion on gaming. You can disagree with people, but talking down to them like they're idiots is pathetic. Makes sense considering he's diagnosed with NPD. NPD? What the fuck?
Hey Alex, what kind price do you think should Valve put out for the Steam machine to fit the current hardware marketing right now?
$5.99. What's NPD? Am I fucking stupid?
You're stupid.
Am I stupid, chat? Narcissistic personality disorder? Look, listen. Reforge and I have had our own disagreements. I'm not going to sit here and be like, he's diagnosed with NPD. We could say like he has those tendencies and like as like a meme, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, bro, you are diagnosed with it. I would cool it with that. I would just cool it with that. He asked for disagreement, but treats people like shit. He calls them liars, bad faith, and all other nonsense when they disagree with him. When he found out the guys who were gifting from other currencies did not translate to USD and whined about it, several of those dudes said fuck you and stopped coming back. I actually thought they stopped coming back because they were messing with him, but I have become pretty good friends with the one who was doing the most.
How can I give rebuttal if he never said anything? He suffers from DS syndrome.
Yeah, I think that's the case. He was pissed and considered it a slap in the face to complain about the money not translating over to USD, so he stopped going back and gives to others in other streams. The guy is loaded too, drops thousands a week on streamers. Here's what I think. I think Seeds was not in the right state of mind to make any tweet, which is 100% like valid 100%. The fact that he still did goes to show that Seeds felt that information was important to put out there in the first place. So formatting may have been an issue or whatever. But considering the circumstances, I think Seeds did something to go ahead and provide more information to a lot of people that he felt was viable to put out. And that's good. Now, secondly, I feel like it is perfectly okay and valid to be like, I'm going to take this with a grain of salt because A, you're a PlayStation fanboy and you don't want exclusives to go to PC. And two, because any leaker is taking a risk and that could be incorrect. So all Reforge had to say was, I saw Seeds' tweet. We can go over it with you want. I'm taking it with a grain of salt. And that's it. And I'm sorry for his loss. And if you want to send love his way because of what happened, please do so. Literally, that's all he had to say. And I feel like Seeds would not have responded the way he did. Are you still in the chat, Seeds? Let me know if that's valid for you. Let me know so I'm not crazy, so I'm not being an asshole. He really is your Hassan tier Asmongold? Yeah, exactly. Oh, you banned Seeds? Nice job, Unforgiven. Good job. Get him out of here! No. So, Seeds, if you're still in the chat, let me know what you think about that. I think the problem that Reforge is dealing with, that he's always dealt with, is not what he's saying, it's how he's saying it. And I think that's the issue. Like, I think that's the problem, if that makes sense. I think if he just said that, none of this would have happened. Like none of it. Like there was backhanded stuff and like it felt very backhandy and stuff like that. I like, that's just weird to me, right? But he talks like that all the time, and I don't think he sees anything wrong with it.
Didn't he say he'd curb stomp someone?
Break somebody's jaw is what he said, Randroy. Thank you for the 2. Cassie says, where is it? Reforge would burn the world to the ground to defend the garbage take he has, or last choice would be to abandon the debate and downplay the win of the viewer. I could see that. All right, so Seeds is still in the chat, but he hasn't responded. I want to hear what Seeds has to say, if that's even viable. That is valid. Okay. I feel like if Reforge just said that, none of this would have happened. I feel like the issue is that it is just communication errors, and how people communicate is the problem. Because you could still be critical of a leak coming out, but still be respectful to the person leaking it, especially considering the circumstances that they're going into right now. What do you guys think?